Last point. I would like to share with you a story. It's a very interesting and a funny story, but it really makes a good point I want to take home with us. You see, there was a shepherd who was tending his flock in a very remote pasture. But suddenly, there's a dust cloud that approached on a high-speed car. And when the dust cloud goes away, there emerges a shining silver BMW. The driver, a young man in an Armani suit and a fancy shoe that I cannot pronounce, and the latest sunglasses, and a tightly knot tie, pokes his head out the window and asks the shepherd, "Hey, if I can tell you how many sheep you have in your flock, will you give me one?" The shepherd, looked at his calm, peaceful flock at one side and then looked at the guy and he said, "Okay, sure." Then the driver parked his car, plugged his cell phone into his laptop, and briskly surfaced to the GPS satellite navigation system on the internet and initiated a remote body heat scan of that area. While the computer was occupied, he sent an email via his iPhone, and within a few seconds, he got the result. He was very happy. Finally, he printed a page report on a little laser printer in his glove compartment and pulled it out and waved it to the shepherd out the window. He said, "You see, you have exactly 1,586 sheep." The shepherd said, "Impressive. That is right, you're correct," said the shepherd. So the young man said, "Okay, can I have my sheep now?" He said, "Okay, go ahead." So he watched this young man select an animal and started bundling him or pushing him in his car. Then the shepherd said, "If I tell you exactly what your business is, will you give me back my animal?" And the young guy stopped and said, "Oh, sure, go ahead." Well, the shepherd said, "I think you're a consultant." "Oh, wow," he said, "that is correct. How did you ever guess?" He said, "I didn't really guess. You drive into my field uninvited. You ask me to pay you for information I already know, answer questions I haven't even asked, and you know nothing about my business." And then he looked at him sternly and said, "Now give me back my dog." You see, there's a lot of ignorance out there about the church. Many people don't know our business. There are a lot of misconceptions, false myths and ideas, because people have really not known the love of God that abounds in God's flock in the church. So our task is cut out. We need to know our good shepherd very well, but we need to know these other shepherds outside as well. Because if we don't know them very well, we cannot give a counter answer to them. When they leave on their tracks people who are disillusioned and lost and bought, abused and used, then we will be able to step in and love on them and invite them to the flock of the Good Shepherd. I hope and I pray that God will continue to work in us and through us to bring many to his flock. Amen.